Good morning to you. It is Tuesday, and it is time for us to say Morning Barbados.
Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. Barbados, get up. Good morning, Barbados. Good morning to you. Good morning, Good morning to you.
Good morning to you. It is day 4 in October as we march relentlessly towards 2012. It is soon going to be the month of November when we start thinking about all things nationhood, all things to do with nationhood. And then after that, maybe even before that, we start singing on the first day. Christmas is soon here. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. It is Tuesday, the 4th of October, and I'm Colin Cunningham. Cassandra Crawford will be joining us shortly. And we promise to keep you going for the morning as we do usually get you out of that bed. But I suppose this morning in some areas there were some nice songs as you got closer and closer to consciousness that wanted to lull you back into sleep. Rain on the Roof. I certainly didn't have the pleasure of just rolling over and patting that pillow and saying, oh, this is so sweet. I'm beginning to rethink this. Maybe, just maybe, we should change roles one of these days. How about you come down here and do this one morning and I roll over and look at you? I put on my best PJs, I promise. It's one of those days that we're going to have a whole lot to share with you, but we're going to start with giving you the top lines and some of the local and international stories. And in the top lines, an assurance this morning from the Minister of, that's the Industry Minister, Dennis Kelman, that the manufacturing industry in Barbados is alive and well. He says those who have sounded its death knell better think again. Minister Kelman made the comments on a tour of Foursquare Rum Factory and a distillery in St. Philip and Lenstech Barbados at Pilgrim Road in Christchurch. A local car dealer has announced plans to expand, and it's expected to create jobs for at least 18 Barbadians. Courtesy Garage has acquired the Hyundai brand, and a senior general manager, Brian Mackey, says the development will also mean business for other companies on the island. And Liat is putting the finishing touches on a deal with St. Martin for discounts on accommodation and shopping in that country. The offer officially starts in November, and marketing manager Derek Frederick believes the incentives will encourage more people to fly with Liat. And in commemoration of the 35th anniversary of the Cubana tragedy of 1976, the various Cuban solidarity organizations of Barbados will be staging a Cuban Solidarity Evening on Saturday, October 8th, at the Clement Payne Cultural Center. The highlight of the Solidarity Evening will be a short presentation or short presentations by an interactive discussions with Dr. Wilfredo Perez Rodriguez, son of the pilot of the ill-fated Cubana airplane. Those are our top lines. Of course, we'll have the details of those stories and more in our newscast at 7 o'clock this morning. Now we're going to go internationally and tell you of some of the things that we selected from the International Herald Tribune, the global edition of the New York Times. And we're starting with this story that is not such a good one. The most popular contraceptives for women in Eastern and Southern Africa appear to double the risk of women becoming infected with HIV. And this is according to a new study, a large new study, they say, which was published yesterday. And when the contraceptives are used by women who are already infected with HIV, their male partners are twice as likely to become infected than if the woman used no contraception. So, well, you think you had those bases covered. And the Nobel Prize in Medicine was awarded yesterday to 3 scientists for their advances in immunology. But the committee faced an unusual problem when it discovered one recipient, a Manhattan scientist, died 3 days earlier. Of course, there is wording in the rule of the Nobel Peace Prize that says no one that is dead should be rewarded with the Peace Prize. But they have decided that the doc will in fact keep the prize, even though he died, because they gave him the award in good faith and they were not aware that he had in fact passed. So I guess good news for the family there. He will get to keep his Nobel Peace Prize. We come home now and look at the local newspaper, The Nation. No age barrier is the headline. Political scientist. Golding move, no signal for Stuart Arthur. They may be close in age to Jamaica's outgoing Prime Minister Bruce Golding, but Barbados' Prime Minister Frondell Stewart and opposition leader Owen Arthur need not throw in the towel just yet. And this is the word from, like I said, a local political scientist or political scientists. On the back, well, I show you a picture on the front page. It's causing some consternation among the folks here in the gallery because apparently when they see such greenery, they just want to go back to the land. Look at that. Yeah. Who says farming is on trouble? Now, we're not going to tell you where this plantation is because we are afraid you might decide to go and reap what you did not sow. We would not encourage that, but it looks nice, doesn't it? Bitter pill, pharmacy owners crying out over business fall off 6 months after the introduction of a payment system. Oh, indeed, that is a bitter pill. And since we're talking and showing you good pictures of things to eat, look at this one. Now, this is not a fish tail. This one did not get away. Oh, look at that. Is that a dolphin? I don't know. Do you know your fish well? It is big, though. I'm telling you, that will feed me for way into next year, I think. I'll just be eating a little piece every day. Create access for all is the headline on the Barbados Advocate's front page. See the financial benefits of a fully accessible Barbados. We spoke about that on the show yesterday, didn't we? Yeah, access for all. Rental arm growing for Courtesy Garage, which should mean that there are a lot of people out there renting cars. Concern about education shortfall. The education system seems to be suffering from a deficiency in terms of the development of certain personal attributes and attitudes. This is the word from the Prime Minister, the acting Prime Minister, Minister of Education and Human Resource Development, Ronald Jones. And he should be in a position to know, so I guess we have to take his word for it. Invaluable service, the headline on the back page. Service clubs still vital to national development. Indeed they are. Chairman of the Barbados Tourism Authority, Adrian Alcock, believes Barbados can ill afford to downplay the importance of service clubs to our society. And even though he was talking across the board to all service clubs, you would know he's not just the hair club president, he is also a client. Yes, he is a long-standing member of the Optimist Club of Bridgetown in Barbados. And here's a face that usually make other Calypsonians quake in their boots, but he is just, what is he doing? He is collecting an award from the Kiwanis Club, and apparently there was thunderous applause. It sounded like finals night in the stadium. That's Stetson Winshire. You know him? I know you're probably thinking, Stetson, that face looked like red plastic bag. Yeah, well, that's red plastic bag, collecting an award from the Kiwanis Club. One of his many. I think his award cabinet is, there I am. Where were you? Yeah, I think his cabinet is probably filled to the brim and overflowing. Well, some things that are happening in the world before we, go away and come back with the show. The cover of the Vogue magazine is coming out with Rihanna on the cover, and apparently it has been the most anticipated of Vogue since Rihanna sometime in July said she will be on the cover. So apparently people are just waiting and lining up outside everything. Oh, yeah, she looks like Marilyn Monroe. Well, looks better than Marilyn Monroe. Look at Rihanna on the Vogue cover. Look at that. Yeah. Look at that. Blonde wig. Oh, I tell you. Yeah, that cover is most anticipated. I am also anticipating it. I think I'll go out and get it. Another entertainer in the news, but for the wrong reasons. Vibes Cartel in Jamaica. He's been charged again, this time for murder. I don't know. We wait to see how that goes. We wouldn't prejudge. But guess what? The Barbadians abroad are keeping the economy afloat and, going along smoothly. We want to thank them now. A lot of them, tune in and watch us on the internet. Keep that money flowing. We need it down here. Keep the money coming, I tell you. We love those Bajans abroad who are sending back. And guess what? Internationally, Amanda Knox, the American who was accused of murdering a UK student in Italy, she has been freed. She's been acquitted, she and her boyfriend. That case, of course, has been up and down. They were saying that the Italians rushed to judgment and she shouldn't have been in jail in the first place. Well, apparently the appeals court agreed and now she's free. and going home to her family. Well, that's how the justice system works. We are not going to even judge that either. So we have so much to share with you. Let me tell you a little bit about what's going to be coming up this morning. Yep. We're going to deal with money matters, renewable energy. That is important. We've been trying to talk about that for a lot, and we are going to continue that discussion this morning. So why don't you stay with us? Wouldn't you? We'll be right back. Morning Barbados continues.